It's hard to beat a person who never gives up. In the arena of life, where we all must fight, there are many kinds of warriors. Some enter the fray with brash confidence, others with skill, and still others with mere luck. But among them, there is one type who stands apart. This warrior doesn't win because they are the strongest or the fastest, but because they simply refuse to surrender. This is the person who never gives up, and it is hard, nearly impossible, to defeat them. The despairing quitter. First, consider the despairing quitter. This person abandons the fight at the first sign of difficulty. Their shoulders slump, their gaze drops, and they seek solace in excuses and complaints. They might be someone you know well, perhaps a colleague who consistently shies away from challenging tasks, or a friend who withdraws at the smallest obstacle. These people, though they may seek sympathy, are to be pitied, for they have lost the battle long before it is finished. But pity alone does them no service. We must recognize the harm they do, not just to themselves, but to all who are swayed by their example. The quitter spreads a virus of despair, infecting those around them with doubt and fear. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. We must guard our minds against their influence, for the true Stoic knows that obstacles are not to be feared, but embraced as the path to growth. Strategies to deal with the despairing quitter. 1. Fortify your resolve. When faced with the quitter's negativity, strengthen your own resolve. Do not let their doubts become your doubts. Instead, remind yourself that each obstacle is an opportunity in disguise. Reflect on the Stoic teaching that the obstacle is the way, and use this as your shield. 2. Lead by example. Show them, not by words but by actions, that perseverance is possible. Continue your struggle with dignity and purpose. Your silent strength may inspire them to rekindle their own courage. 3. Offer perspective. If the situation allows, gently remind them of the transient nature of hardship. Share the wisdom of Epictetus. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Perhaps in seeing their circumstances in a new light, they might find the strength to continue. The cynical critic. Then there is the cynical critic. This individual finds fault in everything, dismissing the efforts of others with scornful remarks. They are quick to belittle attempts at progress, often masking their own insecurity with a facade of superiority. You might encounter them in the workplace, constantly undermining initiatives, or perhaps within your own family, where they disparage every new idea. This person's negativity is a poison, seeping into the minds of those who allow their words to linger. To remain in their company is to risk the erosion of your own aspirations. As Seneca warned, associate with people who are likely to improve you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. The critic, though often clever, contributes nothing but despair to those around them. Strategies to deal with the cynical critic. 1. Maintain your focus ****. When the critic speaks, do not let their words deter you from your path. Keep your focus on what matters, your purpose and your goals. Remember that their criticism often says more about their own limitations than yours. 2. Respond with calm ****. If a response is required, let it be one of calm reasoning, not of anger. The Stoic remains unshaken by insult, for they understand that only they can judge their own worth. If you are pained by external things, it is not they that disturb you, but your own judgment of them. And it is in your power to wipe out that judgment now. Marcus Aurelius advises. 3. Distance yourself if possible. Distance yourself from the critic's influence. Surround yourself with those who uplift rather than tear down, for the company you keep will shape your own character. Seek out those who challenge you to be better, not those who pull you into the depths of their own despair. The weak-willed complainer ****. Finally, let us speak of the weak-willed complainer. This person is never satisfied, always finding something to lament. Their energy is spent not in overcoming obstacles, but in lamenting their existence. They might be the colleague who constantly gripes about the workload, or the friend who never fails to see the cloud in every silver lining. The complainer drains the spirit of those around them. Their ceaseless grumbling turns even the most resolute hearts toward despair, for who can find joy in the company of one who sees nothing but misery? The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. Epictetus reminds us, the complainer is trapped in this cycle, and if we are not careful, they will drag us into it as well. Strategies to deal with the weak-willed complainer. 1. Refuse to engage when the complainer begins their litany of woes. Do not feed into it. Refuse to engage in their negativity. Offer no sympathy for their self-imposed suffering, but instead, focus on the positive aspects of the situation. 2. Redirect the conversation ***. Gently steer the conversation away from complaints and towards solutions. Encourage them to take action, to focus on what can be done rather than what cannot. As Seneca says, it is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that things are difficult. 3. Guard your own peace above all. Guard your own peace of mind. Do not allow their complaints to disturb your inner tranquility. Remind yourself that their dissatisfaction is not yours to bear, and that you have the power to choose your own attitude in the face of adversity. Conclusion. In this world, we will encounter many who would have us give up, who would drain our resolve, who would lead us into the darkness of despair, but we must stand firm. For it is not the strongest who prevail, nor the cleverest, but those who endure. Endurance is one of the most difficult disciplines, but it is to the one who endures that the final victory comes, said the Stoic philosopher and emperor Marcus Aurelius. Let us be those who endure. Let us be those who, when faced with adversity, rise not with complaint, but with resolve. In every challenge, let us see the opportunity for growth, and in every setback, the chance to rise again. For in the end, it is hard, if not impossible, to beat a person who never gives up. The resilient warrior ***. Imagine the resilient warrior. This person does not retreat when faced with adversity, but instead tightens their grip, steadies their breath, and presses forward. They are not driven by the desire for victory alone, but by the recognition that true strength lies in persistence. You might see them in the athlete who rises before dawn to train, in the entrepreneur who rebuilds after failure, or in the parent who works tirelessly to provide for their family. These are the ones who embody the essence of resilience. The resilient warrior knows that the path to greatness is paved with obstacles. They understand that setbacks are not a sign of weakness, but a call to cultivate inner strength. In the words of Seneca, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. They do not fear the struggle, for they know that it is through struggle that they grow. Strategies to cultivate resilience. 1. Embrace adversity ***. Welcome challenges as opportunities for growth. Each obstacle is a lesson, a chance to hone your skills and deepen your understanding. Remember that the Stoic views hardship not as a curse, but as a gift. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. 2. Cultivate patience ***. Understand that true progress is often slow and requires patience. The resilient warrior does not rush the process, but trusts that their steady efforts will yield results in time. Patience is the soil in which resilience grows. 3. Focus on what you can control ***. The resilient warrior directs their energy only towards what is within their control. They do not waste time lamenting circumstances beyond their influence. As Epictetus taught, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. By focusing on their response rather than the situation itself, they maintain their power. The envious saboteur. Next, consider the envious saboteur. This person, driven by jealousy, seeks to undermine others' success. They might be a colleague who subtly sabotages your efforts, or a competitor who spreads rumors to damage your reputation. Their actions are fueled by their own insecurities, for they cannot bear to see others succeed where they have failed. The saboteur is dangerous because their envy is often hidden behind a mask of friendship or cooperation. They may pretend to support you, all the while plotting your downfall, but their actions reveal their true nature, for envy cannot be contained. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca observed, it is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. Strategies to deal with the envious saboteur ***. 1. Recognize the signs, be vigilant and aware of those who may harbor envy towards you. Look for subtle signs of sabotage, unwarranted criticism, underhanded comments, or a lack of genuine support. Trust your instincts, but do not act rashly. 2. Protect your plans, keep your goals and strategies close to your chest. The less the saboteur knows about your intentions, the less power they have to interfere. Share your successes with those you trust, but be cautious with those who may wish you harm. 3. Rise above the pettiness ***. Do not allow the saboteur's actions to drag you into their world of envy and deceit. Maintain your integrity and focus on your own path. Remember that their envy is a reflection of their own inner turmoil, not of your worth. As Marcus Aurelius said, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. The fearful doubter. Finally, let us speak of the fearful doubter. This person is plagued by fear, fear of failure, fear of the unknown, fear of stepping outside their comfort zone. They are the ones who hesitate at the brink of change, who shrink from challenges, and who cling to the familiar, even when it no longer serves them. You might recognize them in the friend who discourages you from taking risks or the colleague who resists innovation. The doubter's fear is contagious. If we allow it, their anxiety can seep into our own hearts, causing us to question our abilities and retreat from the challenges before us. But fear, as the Stoics teach, is an illusion, an obstacle that exists only in the mind. He who fears death will never do anything worth of a man who is alive, declared Seneca, emphasizing the futility of living in fear. Strategies to overcome the fearful doubter. 1. Challenge their fears with logic. When the doubter expresses their fears, counter them with reason. Show them the irrationality of their worries and the potential rewards of embracing change. Remind them, as Epictetus did, that men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them. 2. Lead by courage. Be the example of courage that the doubter needs. Show them through your actions that fear is not to be feared. Take the risks they avoid, face the challenges they shy away from, and let your success speak louder than their doubts. 3. Empower them. If the doubter is someone you care about, empower them to face their fears. Encourage them to take small steps outside their comfort zone and celebrate their successes, no matter how minor. By building their confidence, you help them break free from the chains of fear. Conclusion. We live in a world filled with obstacles, both within ourselves and in those around us. But the Stoic path teaches us that these obstacles are not to be feared, but embraced. It is through overcoming them that we grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. In the face of despair, let us choose hope. In the presence of critics, let us remain resolute. In the company of complainers, let us guard our peace. And in the shadow of doubt, let us rise with courage. For it is not the easy path that leads to greatness, but the hard one, the path that demands perseverance, patience, and unyielding resolve. As we walk this path, let us remember the words of Marcus Aurelius. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. And in that strength, we become unbeatable.